Hey, hello everyone. My name is Bria Job, and I serve as an admission counselor here at the Jackson State University. And I am so excited to be a part of HBCU Night. All right, so I'm going to give y'all a spill or two about our institution, the things that we have to offer, our different programs, our different colleges, and just some other things that we have on our campus. Share my screen. All right, can everyone see me? Everything's there. Hopefully you can. All right, so what we like to ask our students is, are you JSU ready? Being JSU ready is a different type of ready. Being JSU ready means being prepared for the real world. So when you come to JSU, we make sure that you're taking the classes that you need, doing the things that you need to do, becoming part of the organizations that you need to, and creating the networks that you need to at Jackson State. Right here is your roadmap, okay? This is your roadmap, everything that you're going to need, and this is everything you're going to need in coming to Jackson State. First thing is visit our campus. We want to make sure that you actually see our campus, understand our campus, and have your own experience of seeing our campus too. We also, it goes all the way to step 10, which is step 11, which is to be engaged on Welcome Week. So we want to make sure that we are holding your hand. We're with you every step of the way. We don't want to just be like, hey, apply to us and you never hear anything back from us. No, that's not our intention. We want to make sure that, we're with you every step of the way because, it's a journey for you, but it's also a journey for us. We want to be a part of your journey at Jackson State. All right, right here, this is something that is very important. All right. This is our new freshman requirements, admissions requirements that we have, okay? So at Jackson State, what we do, we'll ask for you to submit a transcript, all right? Within that transcript, we'll review your core classes, or what we like to call your college preparatory classes or courses. And when we're looking at your transcripts, we're looking for, hey, we're looking for a certain amount of Englishes, certain amount of mathematics, science, social studies, art, foreign language, advanced, electives, and technology. And as you see to the top left corner over there, we're looking for 4 Englishes, 4 maths, 3 science, 3.5 social studies, art credit, foreign language, advanced electives. You'll need 2 of those credits for a foreign language or advanced electives, and 1 for technology. All right. So even if you have foreign language, they'll be great too. I know some people do have foreign languages in their high school courses. That's great because at Jackson State, we'll accept those even as a college class. So if you took foreign languages in your high school courses and, you got a C or higher in their consecutive foreign language, like your Spanish 1, Spanish 2, French 1, French 2, German 1, German 2, if consecutive, we'll take that credit and you'll automatically come into college with a credit, okay? Also, we have a, let me go back to the other one. Sorry about that. All right. Also, we have to be admitted into Jackson State. So to be admitted into Jackson State, we're test optional right now, which means if you do not have a ACT score or SAT score, you can be admitted if you have a 3.2 or higher. If you don't have a 3.2 or higher, normally we look for, say for instance, if you have taken ACT, if you have a 2.5 to a 3.19, we're normally looking for a 16 or higher on the ACT or SAT equivalent, or if you're in the top 50% of your class also too. The next thing we'll be looking for, if you have a 2.0 to like a 3 point to a 2.49, we'll look for 18 or higher on the ACT. And if you satisfy the NCAA requirements, Division I requirements, you can be admitted into Jackson State. But also too, if you don't have a test score and you don't have that 3.2 high school GPA, we can direct you to our Developmental Stars program, or we'll direct you to taking the AccuPlacer. The AccuPlacer is our way of placing our students or kind of get a range of how they test and all this, so we'll know how to base, your admissions off of. It's our form of a test, just like the ACT and SAT, where it tests like the basic areas, your mathematics, your English, and your reading. So we make sure of that at Jackson State. All right, next, it's our step one, registering for a campus visit. Because I know that some of you may stay far. Some of you just may not have the time to just, do it as of now. And you can always register a campus visit. And you will go to that link that's right there, jsums.edu/recruitment, and you'll go to there. You'll scroll to register for your visit, and then you'll follow the instructions from there. All right. Next, we have our ways of applying to Jackson State. Step two, being admitted. You'll go to our online application. We do have a $25 application fee, probably one of the lowest application fees that you will see anywhere. I mean, we spend $25 on food, right? That's like a 3-topping pizza. Next thing you will do after submitting that application is make sure that you send in your transcript. And those are our different ways to send in your transcripts. You can upload it through your Future Tiger portal. You can send it through Parchment, eScript. You can mail it in to us, but I would say the best thing is to either upload it to your portal or email it to us or send it through Clearinghouse, eScript, or Parchment. Next thing we'll need is your ACT and SAT scores. Now, I know that we're test optional right now, but I recommend people to take the ACT or SAT. Reason being is it better your chances for admission and it's better your chances for scholarships. But when you do decide to send those scores in and you order it from ACT.org, you can most definitely use those or SAT. You can definitely use our codes right there so you'll know, hey, I'm sending directly to Jackson State. So those are our codes listed on third step. All right, at Jackson State, we have different academic colleges, okay? So our first college I'm going to discuss is our College of Science, Engineering, and Technology, all right? So this is one of our larger programs at Jackson State, where our larger colleges, a lot of people come from our engineering program at Jackson State. So we have your physics, your civil engineering, biology, mathematics, meteorology, statistics, all of that. Basically everything in your science, engineering, and technology. And just to tell you about that building, the whole science, engineering, technology building, that building is ran completely off of solar power. That's how serious they take what they do. They take it very seriously. The whole building is ran off of solar power. It has an earthquake simulation lab, flood simulation lab. And those who are interested in civil engineering, we literally have a room full of screens where you can pull up a grid to any city in the world to help you with learning about civil engineering. Also, we have our College of Education and Human Development. This is where we have our child care and family education, health and physical education, recreation, elementary education, social science, special education, and professional interdisciplinary studies too. And I'll go on to our next colleges. All right, in our College of Business, we have accounting, we have business administration, economic, entrepreneurship. Not many schools have entrepreneurship. We know it's an age, especially with Generation Z. A lot of people are, having their own businesses, and we want to make sure that you have your own business, but you make sure you learn everything that you should learn and need to learn about owning your own business. Also, we have finance, management, and marketing. And just a little spiel about our College of Business. That is one of our greater programs too at Jackson State too. And accreditation that we hold in that program is the same as your Ivy League schools, like your Princeton, your Harvard, your Yale, and all of that. It's the same one for our College of Business. Next, we have our College of Health Science. We have social work, communicative disorders, and healthcare administration. All right, just a little bit about our social work program. I know our social work program puts you on track to get your licensure. It's, and the social work field is a very competitive field too. There's always a need for a social worker. So, and social work deals with different things. It puts you on track. Our program will put you on track to get your licensure. And I know that with your licensure, you can have your own practice. And I know that will be very beneficial to a lot of people who are interested in that. All right, next we have our College of Liberal Arts, okay? And here are some of the majors that we have. We have multimedia journalism, music education, military science, foreign languages, history, criminal justice, art, English, performance, political science, psychology, sociology, speech, integrated marketing, communications. So we have these colleges listed here for you. Well, this college listed here for you with the different majors in it, okay? So we have over 90 different programs at Jackson State. So you can literally get your bachelor's, your master's, and your doctorate at Jackson State with the different programs we have. All right, this information that I'm going to tell you right now is about our financial aid, okay? It's very important to remember this because this is your money. This is it'll let us know what scholarships we need to apply, what loans need to be applied, what steps you need to take, and all of that. So important dates to remember. FAFSA opens every year at on October the 1st. So this year it'll open October the 1st, 2021. And that date is rapidly approaching. So it's very important that you remember that too. It's always good to apply early, soon as it opens, because that's the more money you get. The longer you wait, 9 times out of 10, less money that you get. And we don't want you to have any problems with that. Also, too, when you're applying for FAFSA, our school code is listed. It is 002410. And that lets FAFSA know, hey, this is the college that I want to send my financial aid information about. You know, we want to send it to this school to make sure that they received it, okay? So make sure that you remember that. Also, too, our deadline for financial aid, FAFSA, and all of that is April the 15th of each year. So please don't let it pass you by, okay? Academic scholarships. All right. This isn't listed on here, but I'll go ahead and tell you. Our scholarship portal normally opens November the 1st every year. It opens on that day to make sure you have like at least a month to go ahead and do your financial aid, and also give you time to apply for scholarships before, you know, the end of the school year. And our deadline is February the 15th. And if you visit the website right there, you'll see our different academic scholarships that we have. And a lot of our scholarships start at a 3. Well, our scholarships start at a 3.0, but you'll see more stipulations because higher the GPA, higher the ACT score, the more the scholarships have to offer. So please, please, please take note of that link right there and visit it for information about scholarships. All right, our athletic team. I'm pretty sure you all have heard that we now have Coach Deion Sanders, Coach Primetime, as our coach, our football coach here at Jackson State University. So there's a lot of light on us, our athletic program and all of that. So here are some other athletic programs that we have at Jackson State. We have baseball for men, basketball, men and women, bowling for women, knee and football, soccer for women, softball for women, tennis for men and women. We have track and field / cross country for men and women. And we also have volleyball for women. Right. So at Jackson State, we want to make sure that you get an educational experience, but you also create networks and having the DI Love experience at Jackson State. We have over 60 different organizations, which include your student government, your honor societies, your student publication, your Greek letter organization. Yes, we do house the whole Divine Nine on our campus, which means your AKAs, your Deltas, your Alphas, your Qs, your SG Rows, all of that. We have the whole Divine Nine. And we also have NCAA sanctioned athletic program and intramural sports. If you're unfamiliar with intramural sports, those are just like sports for you to play on campus. You can get teams, you know, to play against other different teams on campus and all of that. We also have internships and co-ops and studying abroad programs. Literally one of our recent Miss Jackson State Universities, because the networks that she created, the interns and all of that she had at Jackson State, she graduated and she had a 6-figure job at Amazon because the network that she created at Jackson State. We made sure that she was JSU ready. Also, too, we have studying abroad, which means you can literally go different places in the world to study. People have went to Africa before, Japan, Spain, all of that to study. And those internships are paid to study, to be in a different country and all that, to do research and all of that. So we do have those opportunities for you at Jackson State. And these are some of our hot spots that's on our campus. For our ladies, we have a hair salon. For the fellows, barbershop. Also for the ladies, we have a nail salon. Some of the eating places that we have on our campus, besides the regular cafeteria that you'll go to, we have a Burger King, a Pizza Hut, a Chick-fil-A, a Twisted Pretzel, a Subway connection. We even have a Starbucks that's located in our library. We also have a movie theater, a game room, and a bowling alley there also too. We also have the Walter Payton Recreation and Wellness Center there, where you can also go to work out if you would like to. All right, our social media. This is one way to keep in touch with us, the new things that are going on, new updates that we may have, any new dates that may be coming out, or things, or just things to keep us intertwined with one another. You can follow us on Facebook at JSU Undergraduate Recruitment, and you also can go to JSU Recruitment on Twitter. You can go to JSU Recruitment on Instagram, and you can also go to JSU Admissions and Recruitment on YouTube. All right, here go our contact information. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can definitely feel free to call us at 1-866-D-JSU. All right. So you can literally contact us that way. Our mailing address is, you will mail it to undergraduate admissions at undergraduate admissions and recruitment. Our PO box is listed right there, and the city and the zip code is listed. Also, too, if you have questions, we are responding constantly in this email every single day. There's someone in the email responding to the students' concerns, anything that they may have questions or anything like that, or even if you need help with something, we're definitely responding in this email, and that is futuretigers@jsums.edu. So don't feel hesitant to reach out or anything, because we will definitely reach back out to you, okay, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. All right, and that's our presentation right there. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right.
Hey, are you done? Hello? All four?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, thank you so much.
yeah. I was trying to see. I asked, could anyone? I'm sorry about that. I asked, could I be heard and all of that. I want to make sure of that.
Yeah, there's questions that we're getting.
Okay, you can. I can go ahead and do the questions right now. I just can't see the questions, but I can definitely ask to answer the questions.
I'll get you the link. One second.
Okay.
Everybody, if everybody can just stay patient for this for the questions, we'll get to you.
Okay. Hear me?
Yep, you're good.
All right. Good news. It's Jackson State. All right. Jackson State is located in Jackson, Mississippi. It is near downtown, our metro area of Mississippi. There's a lot of things to do there. We have different shopping centers, different events happen in the area. We've had different celebrities that constantly come out. Like, say, for instance, we've had Drake, Cardi B, Lil Wayne to come to our campus. We even have Lil Durk. He's coming for our homecoming. So yeah, it's located in the metropolitan area of Mississippi near downtown. Any other questions y'all may have about Jackson State? As I was saying, I see a lot of you all are saying that y'all are from like Chicago, Virginia, Columbus, Florida, California. There's different places in the United States I see that you all are from. And even if you cannot set up a regular tour, if you go to our website, we definitely have a virtual tour for you all to see our campus and to learn different things about each building, each college where you'll be seated at, whichever college you decide to be a part of, like your different educational college, like, our liberal arts college, science, engineering, technology. It'll let you know those things about Jackson State and our campus, just the history of our campus. Also, too, for my people that are in California, I serve as the admission counselor for that state. So yeah, we can definitely, you can find our information for any admissions counselor for your area. It's listed on our website. You go to jsums.edu and you can go to admissions and go to contact us, and you'll see a whole list of every admissions counselor. I serve as the admission counselor for the West Coast and the Southwest. So if anyone is on here that is interested in Jackson State and needs someone to reach out to, feel free to find my contact information on that website, okay? So what is the campus like? All right, so our campus is a very welcoming environment. That's why we scream "I love," because once you come to Jackson State, it'll become a place that you love. Everything you do will be something that you love at Jackson State. Literally, when you graduate 20 years from now, it's gonna be something that you still love. I know people that graduated a long time ago, like classes of 1970 something or 1950 something, they still come out to events because Jackson State became something that they ended up loving. Our campus is a 15-to-1. Our class ratio is a 15-to-1 class ratio. So it's a very intimate environment where you will know the students, you will know the teachers. You won't just be a number at Jackson State. It'll be a place where you actually have a learning experience, but also a fun experience, the I love experience. We make sure that our students are held accountable too. So if you slacking off in class, the teachers would definitely be like, hey, what's going on? Is there something going on? How can we help you and all of that? So we make sure we hold each other accountable too at Jackson State. Also, too, we have a lot of fun things for students to do. Like I told you, we have over 60 different organizations, and throughout different weeks or organization is responsible for those. They're responsible for the whole week, events on the whole week. So literally every week there's something to do on campus. And also too, every Friday we have something that is called the hotspot between 12 and 1. And that's when we have all the Greeks out. People are doing line dances, they're strolling. Everyone is literally on our the hotspot on our campus. And everyone is out there listening to music, having fun, just enjoying themselves on our campus. So it's definitely a home environment, a home away from home, but it's also a fun environment for you. And it's also a learning environment too at Jackson State. Any other questions y'all may have about anything that deals with admissions or anything you would like to know about the campus? Feel free to ask. Please don't be hesitant to ask any questions. No question is a dumb question. What year do you have to be to join a sorority? So different schools have different stipulations. As of this incoming year, things change and all of that. But normally, as long as you have a certain amount of hours at the school, you're more than welcome to be interested in Greek life and decide, whether you would like to join one or not. But on top of the requirements that schools have, different organizations have their requirements in order to be a part of that organization. Like say, for instance, I know there's one sorority that requires you to have at least, the school requires you to have a 2.5 GPA to be a part of the organization. But I know this organization, sorority, requires you to have a 2.75 to join the organization. So on top, whatever organization you're interested in, do your research. Do the research about what the campus allows for, the years for you to be a part of the organization, but also look up the certain stipulations that that specific organization may have, because even though it may be okay with the university, the specific organization that you're interested in may have certain stipulations about requiring you to have a certain amount of hours, before you do. I know some schools allow people to do it in their freshman year, and some schools allow students to do it in their sophomore year. But I would say for you to be familiar with campus and all of that, I would say try to shoot for it in your sophomore year and the years after that, because you're an incoming freshman, you're still getting adjusted to campus. You're still, getting adjusted to learning new people and all that, being in a different environment. So that's a lot to take in on top of trying to be a part of a sorority or a fraternity for anyone. Right. Any more questions anyone may have? And just to add on about the sororities and fraternities, they're very big on community service. So a lot of the community service events, they're very, full force with that. They're very big on community service, helping out, the community. Also too, at Jackson State, you're required to have 120 hours of community service. I know that may seem like a lot, but in 4 years, you will be surprised how quick you can get 120 hours. I know a lot of people get those in a semester at Jackson State because it's so many different events, so many things going on, not only on campus, but in the community around us, to where you'll literally get those hours like in no time. You'll probably have triple the hours by the time you graduate at Jackson State. Any more questions? What is housing like? Okay, our question is, what is housing like? Okay, so we have different types of housing at Jackson State. Our housing is first come, first served. So the earlier you apply for the housing, the better your chances are to get what you want at Jackson State. So don't try to wait till the last minute when applying for housing. Okay, other questions you may have too, more in-depth questions, you can go to housinginfo@jsums.edu. But as far as our residential halls, we do have some that are community style. That means that you have a room and a bathroom and everything is community style. However, we do have suite styles too, to where you and another one of your roommates will be sharing a room and a bathroom, where y'all are responsible for that bathroom. And then in between, there'll be like a kitchen and a living room and all of that too, that is shared with another suite over there with another roommate. Well, not your roommate, but another set of roommates too. So we do have suite style at Jackson State, and we also have community style too. And also too, for when you get up in your years too, we also have apartments for upperclassmen that are right off our campus, but it's basically on our campus too, extension of our campus, where you can get an apartment there in probably your senior year. So we definitely have housing. Remember, housing is first come, first serve, and make sure that you do everything, complete everything for housing, do your housing deposit and all of that too, because housing does fill up quickly at Jackson State. You definitely do. And I know some people end up on a waiting list. All right. Our next question is, I'm a senior hoping to play basketball in college. Can you tell me about that? All right. So as I stated, we do have men's basketball at Jackson State. If you have more questions about athletics and all of that, you can definitely view our athletic page on our website. I know they definitely have their stipulations on how to apply for, the different sport that you would like to do. I know some require you to upload highlights and all of that. But I can tell you, if you do satisfy the NCAA requirements, which is listed, you can literally Google the NCAA Division I requirements. If you satisfy those requirements when you apply to Jackson State and let us know, then you can be admitted. And from there, you'll contact someone in athletics so they can walk you through that program on how to join the basketball team if you're interested in it. All right, our next question is admissions test optional? All right, so the test for admissions, that's your your test that you have, your ACT, your SAT, and all of that. So we're test optional right now. So if you do have a 3.2 or higher, you can be admitted with no test score. However, if you do not have that and you don't have a test score at all, we do require you to take the AccuPlacer test. And our AccuPlacer test is basically just like it's almost the same setup as ACT or SAT, because it just tests the general areas. It tests, your math, your reading, your and your writing. We test those areas too. And it's a certain score that you must get on those too in order to be regularly admitted, okay? But as long as you have that 3.2 or higher, you can be admitted with no test score. But I do recommend students to take the ACT or SAT at Jackson State or for Jackson State, because it'll better your chance to be admitted and better your chances for scholarships if you take it. All right, and the next one is, what is the incoming GPA and the other stats at Jackson State? Okay, I need you to clarify on other stats because that can go for a lot of things too. Our GPA, as far as our GPA for Jackson State, if you're referring to our campus GPA, is I know it's in the 3.0 and higher at Jackson State. All right, next question. Are freshmen allowed to have cars? Most definitely. You are allowed to have a car at Jackson State if you choose to come. As long as you get a decal from our from our center to where you'll get your decal, you can go ahead and you'll be able to have your car on campus, have park where you like, as long as it's not in the reserved parking, because there's somebody else parking too. So make sure, yeah, as long as you have a decal, you'll be perfectly fine. You can have a car as a freshman. All right, I have been admitted into Jackson State, and I was wondering what are some things I need to do to prepare to attend college. All right, so you've been admitted already, so congratulations. You're already a step ahead. All right, so some of the things that you need to do, it was some on a PowerPoint. Make sure that you send in everything that you need to send in. When it's time for you to send in your updated transcript, your final transcript, make sure that you send that in, because I know a lot of times a lot of people GPAs are higher, and that can help you with scholarships and all of that too. So make sure you send any updated information like test scores and your transcripts. Make sure you send those in too. Make sure you send in your immunization records. Your immunization records are basically the same records that you needed to be, you know, to get into high school, to get into elementary school. All of those shots that you got then as a kid and in high school and all of that, those same records. And you just send those in. You'll send those to health services at jsums.edu. You'll send those in too. And when time comes, make sure that you've paid your application fee. Make sure that you, when it's time for orientation, that you pay your orientation fee and that you sign up for orientation. And also too, if you've been admitted and you're deciding to go to Jackson State, go ahead and select your intent to enroll, because your intent to enroll let us know, hey, I'm coming to Jackson State, and we'll know what information we need to send to you. So that's very important too. All right. Any more questions y'all may have? And remember, no question is a dumb question, okay? All right, the minimum ACT score to obtain scholarships. Like I stated on our jsums.edu/scholarships link, you can definitely see our different scholarships, but I know our scholarships start at a 21 on the ACT, if you do ACT or SAT equivalent too. All right. What is your out-of-state tuition and what's surrounding campus areas like stores, restaurants, and all of that? Okay, so at Jackson State, our out-of-state tuition is $500 per semester. I know a lot of schools require you to have a much higher out-of-state tuition, but we have one of the lowest ones at Jackson State. Also, too, surrounding areas, like I said, we're near downtown, so there's a lot of food options. There are different lounges that are near and all of that. We have a place called Iron Horse Grill, Char. We have different places like we have different outlet malls. Like I know off the top of my head, 3 right now. We have different outlet malls. We definitely have the Coliseum that is located right down the road, not too far from Jackson State. Different events are hosted at the Coliseum. Different concerts are hosted there. Also to at our Coliseum, that's where we hold our state fair. So around this time, actually, our state fair is coming up in a couple weeks. So definitely you won't have to go far to go to our state fair. That's a very huge thing there too, to where, you know, most people's state fairs ain't, you know, too big or anything like that. It's not like a regular county fair or anything like that. It's a huge state fair where people come over from even our state and other states too. So we definitely have different restaurants. We have like even the Fondren area. If you look it up, different restaurants there, like Green Ghost Tacos, place called Babalu, all of that, different restaurants located there. We even have a restaurant called Saltines that's in the area too. So we have different lounges, different food places, different events where, well, event places where people have different events that's located near our campus. All right, any more questions y'all may have? Work study, and if so, all right, our next question is, do you all offer work study? And if so, what are some different types of work study opportunities? Yes, we do offer work study. However, that's another important thing. When you're doing your financial aid, your FAFSA and all of that, you need to list that you do want to be, you know, that you do want to do work study, you know, and the different areas you can. I know different departments have work study students. Even us for admissions and recruitment, we've had different work study students that have been very helpful. I know different colleges have work study students. You may be a work study student for like student success. You can be one in your own department. When I was in college, I was a mass communications major. So I had to get lab hours. So a lot of times I just did my work study in the our building where we did all our recordings, you know. So I made sure of that. So I was just like, okay, it's like I'm getting my lab hours and I'm getting my work study hours too. So we made sure of that. So you can literally, there's almost just about anywhere you can do work study. Just make sure that whoever you decide to do work study under, that they're allowing it. But yeah, there's no like a certain place you can do work study. It's not like just 2 or 3 areas you can do work study is, because our campus is so big, it's so many different programs, so many little things that you can do work study with. Everyone needs help. You know, students are very important to us. So work study, you can definitely do that in those different areas. All right. And he said, what type of work study opportunities? Okay, did that. He said, do you require recommendations from counselors? No, we do not require recommendations for it. If you're, yeah, we don't require recommendations. If you're talking about for admissions, recommendations for admissions, we don't require recommendations for it. You can be admitted without recommendations. All right. I have a question as far as COVID. Is there anything important and mandatory, you know, when entering, well, you need to know when entering into college? This one specifically. I know at Jackson State, we're doing everything that we can to make sure that our students are protected. We have a mask mandate to where literally where if you're not wearing a mask, your first offense, you may be fined this much. Your second offense, you may be fined a different amount and all of that. We also too have a testing center. We have a health center there where you can get regularly tested there. In case, you know, you may feel symptoms or you've been exposed to someone that had it. We definitely have those avenues for you too. And also too, as far as COVID and all of that, Make sure that people are getting vaccinated and all of that. We do offer vaccines on the campus and all of that if you're interested in getting the vaccine or anything, if you haven't already too. So we definitely make sure we're buckling down on that. Anything that you need to know about it before entering into college, just do what you've been doing before, masking up, make sure you wash your hands and, take the precautions that you need to. All right. Any more questions you all may have? So our other questions, do you have those blue light boxes around campus for emergencies? Yes, we do have those in case of emergencies where you'll press a button if you need to and all of that. We definitely have those for you where it'll call our campus security that we also have on our campus. We have campus security and it will also alert our police that are in our area in Jackson, Mississippi. So that's definitely something that we're very big on, making sure that our students are protected. It's a gated school, so you can't come on campus if you're not part of the campus and nothing like that, or if you haven't checked in. We have guard booths at every entrance. So we're making sure that our students are protected. All right. Do you need a specific GPA requirement to be considered for scholarships? Also, is the GPA requirement weighted or unweighted? So when we're basing our scholarships, that's more of a financial aid domain, but as far as basing scholarships, I can tell you that scholarships start at a 3.0. That's starting. But as the more they offer, the higher the GPA requirement is. And also too, we don't go by your GPA that's listed on your transcript. We go by the CPC GPA, and that's what we calculate. We calculate that CPC GPA based off your core classes, like your college preparatory classes. We base that off of your mathematics, your English, your science, your social studies, foreign language, advanced electives, technology, and your art. So we'll base that off of it. So if you kind of have an idea of it, you can find the CPC GPA calculator, and you kind of can think about what the grades you have made in those courses over the years and kind of figure out where your GPA lies at. Okay. So that's what we calculate your GPA off of. We don't go off the GPA that's on your transcript. We calculate our GPA for you. And I've seen that be very beneficial to students a lot of time because they do very well in their college preparatory classes. Also too, I want to major in nursing. I want to know, can I take any business classes while I am still majoring in nursing? All right, so at Jackson State, we do have a pre-nursing program that give you all your prerequisites that you need before entering into your nursing program too. Also too, a hospital that is very not too far from us, it's the University Medical Center, and they have a great nursing program there also too. And yes, you're more than welcome to take up business courses while you're at Jackson State. You can do pre-nursing, and if you want to minor in business, you can, you're more than welcome to. And we also have entrepreneurship too as a major too at Jackson State, if you're interested in that too. But you're more than welcome to take those courses too if you want to, get the business aspects, because I know a lot of times people want to major in things too, but they also want to own their own business one day or eventually. So you're more than welcome to. Yeah, there's no limit on, your courses. Just make sure that you understand how much you can handle as a course. Don't give yourself an overloaded course schedule or anything like that. Just make sure you take in what you need to take and you know how much you can handle. Our next question is, how is transportation? Is it easy to get to all of the classes? All right, so normally, as far as your general courses, they may be a little bit all over the campus because our general courses want to make sure that you are getting a taste of every different major before you enter into your program. That's why they're called general courses, to make sure that you have the basics before entering into your program. So our campus is big. However, everything is walking distance. We do allow you to have cars. You can drive to your different buildings if you like to and park near them. Also, too, we do have bike things for you to wear in case you have a bike, and you can lock it if you want to. You're more than welcome to have that on Jackson State. And as far as transportation, say for instance, you need to go get something off of campus or anything like that. We definitely do have a shuttle bus that comes by that can take you to Walmart or anything that you need to. It normally will run on Thursday. I'm not sure what day it runs now because it's the beginning of the new year. But yes, we do have those transportations for you in case you need to go somewhere important to. Yeah, so even once you get into your major, you're literally going to be going to just that building. All your courses will be in that building. That's why each college has its different buildings, because once you get on into your major, even more, that building is probably the only building that you will see besides the CAF, or if you're going to somewhere for an event or something like that. So yeah, that's definitely something that you won't have to worry about getting to class sometime or anything like that. They definitely give you a allotted amount of time in between your courses to make it to your class, when you need to. All right, our next question is, do you offer summer pre-college programs? All right, so at Jackson State, we do have programs, say for instance, like a summer bridge program and all of that, the aristocrats and all of that, where you can, it has like summer programs for people and all of that. That's very beneficial. But for more information about that, you can definitely view that on our website, jsums.edu. It's definitely listed on our website. Next, are there any hands-on programs as far as majoring in nursing, or all their classes mostly virtual, in person? All right, so our nursing, pre-nursing program at Jackson State, we do believe that our students, we want our students to be hands-on. So in the different departments, they have different ways where students can be hands-on. A lot of those things are in person. As far as online learning and all of that, we've shifted back to being in person. So there's going to be tons more in-person things and all of that. So you don't have to worry about things being, more virtual or anything like that, and you're not getting a hands-on experience, because we want to make sure that our students are JSU ready and prepare for the real world. So you don't have to worry about, missing out on that experience of actually getting a hands-on feel of what you need to. And also too, we have different places where you can do internships. I told you we have internships on our campus, but like I stated, we have different hospitals that are surrounding, like the University Medical Center. We also have St. Dominic Baptist Hospital too, to where you can definitely try to get an intern there if you would like, and other different clinics that are near in case you want to get even more hands-on experience outside of our campus. Our next question is, let me go to right. Our next question says, are there IEP accommodations on campus? All right, so at Jackson State, we want to make sure that everyone is inclusive in all of that. We definitely do have some IEP accommodations. However, we're working on to better that and have more to offer for those students. Right. Our next question is, do you all offer any tuition assistant programs at Jackson State? All right. So we don't necessarily have tuition assistant programs. However, we do have different scholarships like our academic scholarships. We even have developmental scholarships. The developmental scholarships are the scholarships that are for your specified major that you're interested in that you may be eligible for applying to also. But another thing that I like to tell my students is scholarships. There's literally scholarships out there for anything. Like literally, I've literally seen from Googling, they literally have a scholarship out there if you bake a cake. Like it's so easy to get scholarships. And the more scholarships you apply for, the more you broaden your chances of receiving a scholarship. Say, for instance, you apply for 10 scholarships and you may not receive nothing but 5. That's still money that you never had before. Also, to look at the different areas that you are from. When I was in college, I literally got a scholarship for living in the South and being smart. So you never know what scholarships are out there for you. You never know what scholarships may be for your ethnic background. You never know what scholarships may be out there for the area that you live in. Say, for instance, if you live in California, there may be a scholarship for the specific county that you live in. If you live in Florida, California, Chicago, Illinois, like there are scholarships out there that are for your specified area. There's a lot of people that have money out there. Also, too, if you know anyone that has graduated from Jackson State, too, it's good to reach out to alumni because they also know people that may have scholarships that are just for students who are intending to come to Jackson State. So, yeah. Also, too, one thing that I like to tell people too that most people won't tell you when you're applying for a school, go ahead and write that one solid essay. That one solid essay will take you very far because when you're applying for scholarships, a lot of people be like, I don't feel like continuously writing a different essay over and over. But a lot of the scholarships require some of the same information where literally you may have to tweak like, a paragraph or two or sentence or two or something like that to mold it to the writing prompt. So make sure you go ahead and write that one solid essay, 1 or 2 solid essays. So you can go ahead and have that prepared when it's time to apply for a scholarship. Also, to make sure that when you're applying for scholarships too, make sure you try to shoot for doing one, like at least one a week. That's not hard to do. One a week or one every 2 weeks. I would probably say one every week because it better your chances of receiving it. And that'd be money that you can take into college with you. That can always be very beneficial, okay? Just want to say thank you all for the questions that y'all are asking. They are great questions. They are very great questions. And I'm so glad that y'all have questions like this because you need to know all of this information before entering into college, okay? So thank you all so much. Another question, okay? Okay, so I know a previous JSET at Jackson State. So how does this affect my application process? I haven't heard anything about you knowing one, a prior one, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you may know prior ones because we've had different JSETs that were in, the dancing dolls and all of that. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the Lifetime movie series. Bring it. So we definitely have different ones in that too. So I don't think it will affect it. However, if you have questions about that, you can definitely go to sonicboomofthesouth.com. Our band has its own website. It'll let you know how you would like to, if you're interested in becoming a JSET, it'll let you know how you'll go about becoming one or anything like that. So yeah, they'll definitely have stipulations there for more clarification for you. But yeah, you said she is related to you. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that, anything before, or anything being or interference with anything like that. At Jackson State, we don't literally like hinder people that know somebody that have went there. If anything, we want to welcome you and make sure that you become a part of our Jackson State family, if anything. But if you have any more questions, if you want to know any more detailed information about it, I definitely insist you to go to our website. The band's website, sunnyboomofthesouth.com, and you will definitely be able to see the different ask someone about the stipulations as far as the band. But yeah, so those are all questions for today. I would like to thank y'all once again for just welcoming me and having great questions, being great listeners. You all have been amazing today. Okay, I hope you all have a great rest of the week and enjoy what you need to enjoy. And also too, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us about anything else. Okay.
Hey, is it Bria? Hi, is it over?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.